and it's a season-long story. The story begins normally in the fall when we get our soil tests back. Pay attention at those soil tests. Do they make sense to you? You paid for them. Get all that information out of them, right? Make sure you understand. What's nice about soil testing now is that everything is done where you can overlay certain things. So if you've got your yield, overlay it to your fields, because there's a common denominator in there somewhere. Is it pH? Is it organic matter? Is it CEC? Is it a calcium to magnesium ratio? Figure out what it is. It can help you. Always look at a soil test from a good area versus a bad area. We want to understand it. Again, some of it's going to be physical structure of the soil. It could be clay ground versus gravel ground, something like that. But when you start to get into those fields that don't make sense on why they're not yielding, overlay them. Come up with some things that work on your farm. The second part, understand that living part of the soil, that biological component. We do a great job again the chemistry part. We know the physical part because we can look at our USDA maps and see what we have. The biological part, that interaction part, very, very important to look at. Roots. Roots will tell us a really, really important story. If we can get nutrients, if we can't get nutrients, if we're functioning correctly. Did our in-furrow applications, did side dress, did that type of stuff work? Did we see the response that we anticipated out of it? That's your hard-earned money going out there. Did it make sense? Did it pay off? Foliar fertility. Does it make sense for you to start putting all of your nutrition out at the beginning of the year, or should you hedge your bet and put a little bit more out throughout the year? You know, how are you fertilizing? Understand if you're fertilizing a dry product and then you're going to go into corn and then the next year you're going into soybeans. You could be as far as 18 months away when that soybean's going to pod from your last dry product application. And we know that P&K is going to be really, really important as we go to pod fill. You know, what's happening above ground will affect what happens below ground and vice versa. This works together, right? We get nutrients, we get them available with sunshine, water. We grab it, it goes up into the factory. We manufacture through photosynthesis sugar, exuded back out at night, more nutrients the next day. So it's a big cycle that we've got going on. Understand that. And then finally, where is the energy going right now? You know, early on our energy is vegetative. We're trying to get it out of the ground. As we start to get into that reproductive, or is it making its way out to the ears? Is there enough left in the tank to produce what we want from a yield standpoint?